So how did you get your start in design?
Great question. I actually love to say that I was born with the curse. So I really always knew that I would be a designer, but I started out as a millinery designer and ladies' hats. And
Okay.
so, and then launched my collection in 2000.
Did you want to do hats first, or did you always want to do dresses and classy things like that?
I think I wanted to do hats first. I loved Coco Chanel, and she started out designing millinery, and Halston started as a hat designer.
How did it feel to be a part of Mercedes Benz Fashion Week?
Always exciting, and each time, it's like creating a new dress. You're always excited, and although you've done it many times before, so it's never something that you take lightly.
How do you get inspired to do these designs, or how does that creative process work?
Typically, I can be traveling or listening to music or meeting someone interesting or watching an old movie or, something very visual.
Can you think of one specific example?
Last year, we were enjoying a sunset, and at that point, the trees were all bare. And there was this wonderful silhouette of the limbs of the trees with the sunset behind them. And it created what I then called lacy trees.
So is this part of your spring, or is this going to be part of your spring collection?
That's part of the spring 2009 collection. The collection really features lots of color. I maybe again influenced by nature and sunsets, so there's lots of oranges and colors that sort of spin from that spectrum of color. Also, though, I did black and white. Love the idea as well of taking a pretty color like there's a celadon and putting it against black, but all are color dynamics that are borrowed for me from nature.
Do you have any celebrity fans or, famous people who love your clothes?
I do. I tend not to mention their names. One, because I don't want someone to say, well, you mentioned her, but not me.
So, okay, well, if you could pick one celebrity, doesn't have to be your friend, but if you could pick one to be the face of your line, who would it be?
It would be Grace Kelly.
Oh, okay, classic.
Classic, yes. Audrey Hepburn, Grace Kelly, definitely, I think, represent what it is that I am about. But I like to say that I do what they would wear today, so that it's not so literal. It has to be modern and it has to be relative.
If you could put your design style in 3 words, what would those be?
Classic, glamorous,
Yeah.
and sexy.
So, since you're a designer, and a really good one, what do you think about the show Project Runway?
I think that it really gives, to some degree, an inside view or behind the scene of what happens in fashion. I mean, a glimpse of it. And it's also fun.
So what do you have coming up next besides your spring collection?
Coming up next, we are opening in a new store in the Buckhead area of Atlanta. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's in November. And we also are opening in a store in Palm Beach. So we're excited, about just sort of branching out and growing that way. And of course, at the same time, I'm working on the next collection. And we have a new marketing company that is working on creating licensing opportunities. So we're very busy. And, but I love it.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. And for more information about B. Michael, check out Kiwibox.com.